Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the SAT. I am Ajay Bhatnagar, the SAT coordinator in the Civilian Police Division at the UN headquarters in New York. As most of you are aware, the SAT consists of three parts. Part 1 deals with the language assessment, Part 2 with the driving assessment, and Part 3 the shooting assessment, which, as you know, is only required for missions with an executive mandate. The language assessment will be dealt with first. The language assessment consists of 4 segments. The first segment is the reading comprehension, the second is the listening comprehension, the third is report writing, while the fourth is an assessment of language skills through a one-to-one interview. I will start this exercise today by providing you with instructions for the first segment, the reading comprehension assessment. A written report of a mission-related incident would be provided to you. The report may consist of more than one part. That is, it may consist of an initial report followed by one or more follow-up reports. On the basis of the report and the information contained there, you would be required to answer 10 questions. Each correct answer gets 1 mark, while no marks are given for incorrect answers. In this segment, you are not required to write full or grammatically correct sentences. We will be looking only for the complete information. However, if incomplete information is provided, you would be entitled to only half marks. You have 15 minutes to read the report and answer the 10 questions. 15 minutes to do both. The pass marks are 60%. That is, you have to get at least 6 answers right out of 10. We expect you to read the complete report before answering any of the questions. All the information required to answer the questions would be contained in one or another part of the report. Please remember, this is not a memory test. The report can be read several times during the test. At this stage, there is not much emphasis on grammar or spellings, as long as the meaning of your answer is clear. However, we request you to use legible handwriting. If we cannot read you, we cannot mark you. Please keep your papers face down till we tell you to start. And please stop writing as soon as we tell you to stop. Please write your name in block letters in the space provided. And also, do not forget to write your serial number in the right-hand top corner. Good luck. We now move on to the second segment of the English assessment. This segment consists of the listening comprehension. You will hear an audio tape about a police-related incident. It will be in 3 continuous parts. The first part will explain the assessment and explain the rules of this assessment. The second part will consist of a narration of the incident by one speaker. It will give you an overview of the entire incident. The third part will consist of a conversation between 2 or more persons about the same incident. This would, in a sense, repeat the same information as given in part 2. The tape will be played only once. I repeat, only once. Therefore, if there are any problems in acoustics, volume, etc., please point them out in the first stage itself. You will be given a blank sheet of paper before the tape is played. You can make notes on this about the incident. You can use any language to make these notes. If any names of individuals or places are mentioned in the tape, these will be written on the blackboard prior to the start of the test. So please do not worry about unfamiliar names or their spellings. At the end of the tape, you will be given a question paper containing 10 questions. The answers have to be written on this page itself. Each correct answer gets 1 mark. There are no marks for incorrect answers. As earlier, you are not required to write full sentences. Only the complete information is required. If incomplete information is given, you will be entitled to half marks only. You have 15 minutes to answer all the 10 questions based on the notes you have made. The time commences when we tell you to start. Please keep your papers face down till we tell you to start. The pass marks are 60%. It means you have to get 6 answers correct out of 10. A word of advice. If you miss something in the narration, please do not panic, as the same information will be repeated in the dialogue in part 3. Please continue to take notes of the valid things as the tape progresses. The questions are normally based on police-related issues. These may include the when, the where, the what, the how, the who, police action, the dates, places, information about the complainant, the suspect, descriptions, etc. Please write your name in block letters. Please also write your serial number in the right-hand top corner. A last word. Please use legible and clear handwriting. If we cannot read you, we cannot mark you. Good luck. We will talk about the third segment of the English language assessment during this part. We will be dealing with the report writing assessment. You will hear an audio tape about a police-related incident. It would be in English and be in 3 continuous parts. As earlier, the first part will be an explanation of the assessment. If listened to carefully, it will help you get used to the accent. The second part would be a summary narration of the incident by one speaker. The third part will consist of a dialogue between 2 or more persons and will, in a sense, repeat the same information as provided in part 2. As before, the tape would be played only once, and I repeat, only once. If you have any problems regarding the acoustics, the volume, etc., please clarify it during the first stage itself. You would be given a sheet of paper before the tape is played. You can make notes in your own handwriting, in your own language about the incident. If any names of individuals or places are mentioned in the tape, these will be written on the blackboard prior to the start of the test. So you need not worry about unfamiliar names or their spellings. Before the start of the tape, you would also be given a blank form of an incident report. You would have approximately 10 minutes to study this form and familiarize yourselves with it. The form is only a guide, and I repeat, only a guide for you to indicate the kind of information expected from you in the report. The tape would consist of 20 salient facts related to the incident. You are expected to write a legible police report about the incident covering as many of these 20 points as possible. The issues details in the forms will only provide you with about 12 to 15 points out of the 20 main points. You have to glean the rest from the tape. The marking will be done only on the report written in longhand on the page with ruled lines and not in the blanks filled in the form. As mentioned earlier, the form is only a guide to show you the kind of information that we expect you to write in the report. You would be marked on the number of facts mentioned correctly. The more the facts mentioned in the report, the more the marks. Unlike the first 2 segments, in this assessment, you will largely be marked on the sentence structure, time sequence of events, grammar, spelling, etc. You are likely to fail if your report talks about a different incident or does not follow the correct sequence of events. You have 30 minutes to write the report based on the reports you have made. The time commences when we tell you to start. If you miss something in the narration, please do not worry, do not panic, as the same information would be repeated in the dialogue in part 3. What are the questions likely to be? These may include the when, the where, the what happened, the how, the who, police action taken, dates, places, information about the complainant, descriptions, etc. A good report is expected to be clear, concise, accurate, mention correct facts, and be legible. Please use legible handwriting. If we cannot read you, we cannot give you marks. Please write your name in block letters on the sheet where you write the report. Please also write your serial number on the right-hand top corner. Good luck. We have now reached the last segment of the English assessment, the one-to-one oral interview. This segment will consist of an oral interview to assess your spoken English skills. Each of you will be called for an interview individually. You will be asked a few questions orally in English, and you are expected to answer these in English. The questions may be based on your work experience, professional skills, your current and past jobs, the mission, the UN, or the current events. You will be tested on your ability to understand the questions and to respond to them with appropriate answers. This is not a test of general awareness, but an assessment of your spoken English, your work experience, and your professional skills. The emphasis would be on sentence structuring, pronunciation, and the ability to understand and be understood in spoken English. We will appreciate detailed answers rather than a yes or a no answer. If you fail to understand a question, please feel free to ask us to repeat it. This is a pass or fail test, and no marks will be allotted. Good luck.